Yeah, this is just me getting back to trying to do some handstands. It was kind of a fun project I put myself through years ago, and was making really good progress. Had put several months of this kind of conditioning and practice into doing handstands, really just for fun, and kind of a self-challenge. And when I was doing this before COVID hit, I had put enough work in where I could do from a standing position and a kick up to like a 2 to 5 second hold each time in a static handstand position, which is pretty hard. And kind of COVID hit and I kind of lost all that progress because I just, life got upended and kind of had to stop anything fun and just survive, I guess, but just really kind of wanted to get back into this, so really doing a lot of handstand work coming up. It's kind of been a side projects of mine, just a self-challenge. Handstands are really good for you. They build so much strength. They require balance in every single joint in your body, tons of core stability. Your upper and mid back, shoulders, traps get super strong. So in this video, I kind of start with the hardest thing while your shoulders are kind of fresh, and then I go to slightly less hard things as I go. And when you do that handstand, you really want to push your chest forward and squeeze those rhomboid muscles in between your shoulder blades, activating all those muscles in your shoulders and mid, upper back are really what's going to give you the stability through your shoulder girdle. So just doing a little hinging, plank, elevated plank hinge, really working those upper and mid back muscles. And everything is slow and controlled because you're not trying to do explosive movements in a static hold, obviously. So there's no point. You want to time under tension is the theory here for conditioning those muscles. And you want to kind of test yourself in different planes, so elevate your legs, kind of drop your legs lower. If you're just beginning this kind of challenge, you could just go from a plank position on the ground and then hinge back to that downward dog position. So here it's going from a tripod handstand position where your head is on the ground and then both hands. So this is a great way to just get used to being upside down, and you're very stable because you have your head and shoulders. Also, I would like to say this movement requires tons of stability, as you can see. If you have any kind of neck or shoulder injury, don't do any of this. Probably just do some strict presses and tons of rotational rotator cuff exercises if you're trying to get over something. If you have a bad shoulder or bad neck, this is not what you should be doing at all. But if you do feel like you're strong in your shoulders and in your neck, this is a fun challenge to kind of put yourself through. Again, this is not really as hard for your shoulders. Of course, they're working, but this is really more to get all of those small stabilizing muscles throughout your entire body working, all your back muscles, your core, hips, glutes, all of those muscles have to work constantly. This will make all the muscles around your spine and your core muscles very strong to have to stabilize and move at the same time. It's also just a good idea to be comfortable with a forward roll, as you'll see, because you are going to end up doing lots of falling from this position. Alright, this exercise, super important, super good. This may not look like a lot, but that tabletop position where you're pushing your hips up to the sky, one, it's going to open your shoulders and chest, and then as you go into that kind of false L-sit position where your hips are moving back behind your arms, requires so much core strength. Like if you get your knees to be straight in that position, you don't realize how much you have to squeeze your core to make that happen. So this is an excellent shoulder opening exercise as well as a core activation exercise. I really like this exercise and have been incorporating it into just a bunch of my kind of mobility workouts, and I feel tons of progress in just core strength through this one simple exercise. After that, I go into kind of some animal flow stuff, and this is really just to burn my shoulders out, because you're just stabilizing on your shoulders the whole time with your movement. This is also a really fun way to kind of get some movement and exercise without it necessarily being like a bunch of static weightlifting or jogging or anything that you would think as conventional exercise. These animal flow movements are really just kind of fun and really hard because you're stabilizing your body the whole time. That little side kick out where you're pulling one arm off the ground. Great for your core, great coordination. These might not look like they have anything to do with a handstand, but again, you're just really conditioning your core and your shoulder muscles during all these movements. Also, you can just get into kind of a flow state and not really worry about a static exercise, and you can incorporate a bunch of different movements into these, which I'll show in other videos later on. But after a couple minutes of this, even a minute, man, you are fried. Like your shoulders and your core are lit up. So it's just kind of a fun way to flow around and get some conditioning. Yeah, after this entire workout, so now just core rotation, my shoulders and upper back and mid back were just lit up. So now I'm just going to a strict press from a handstand position, headstand, tripod position, and just really burning out. I'm not even trying to stabilize, I'm just getting strict press strength to burn out my shoulders. And at this point, my shoulders after all this were totally burnt out, so this was a good burnout. I couldn't even do that many reps because I was just fried, but this is a fun challenge. If you have the ability, I think that you should look into trying to do some handstands. Great way to build coordination, overall body coordination. So now that everything is totally fried out, I'm just doing some assisted handstands. I'm using the fence, really, my legs are against the fence, so I'm not really using a lot of stability in the rest of my body because I'm just kind of laying my legs against them. And this is a great way to just kind of finish out this workout. Your body gets used to just being upside down, and this strict handstand press is less hard, especially when you're using the assistance of like a wall or a fence, because you're just staying there. You need to lock out your elbows and push your shoulders up toward your ears as much as possible. So those upper traps, mid traps, lower traps are all working really hard. Your deltoids are working hard in a stability way. So adding a little more stability, I felt like I guess I could do it here. Anyway, hope this inspires you to try some new stuff. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.